The crucial thing that said that it was worth coming in was the preservation of the bone. We've never seen T-Rex bone this well preserved.
Paleontologists have long hailed dinosaurs as iconic symbols of Earth's ancient past. Yet beyond these giants, a multitude of extraordinary creatures have evolved and adapted over millennia.
We can just look at this Tyrannosaurus rex and we can see a lot of characteristics on it that are present in, like, chickens, for instance.
Join us on a voyage through time as we explore the surviving descendants of these magnificent beasts.
Most dinosaurs went extinct, and only one group of dinosaurs, birds, survived.
Revealing their remarkable stories and the urgent mission to preserve their habitats in a rapidly changing world. Number 15. Shoebill stork. In the heart of Africa's freshwater swamps lurks a creature that seems to have stepped right out of the Jurassic era. Meet the shoebill stork, a bird so peculiar it's often mistaken for a living dinosaur. With its massive shoe-shaped bill and piercing stare, this avian oddity has captured the imagination of scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. Standing up to 5 feet tall, the shoebill is a sight to behold. But it's not just its appearance that's prehistoric. Its hunting technique is downright primal. Picture this. A fish swims by, unaware of the danger above. In a flash, the shoebill plunges its enormous 9-inch bill into the water, scooping up its unsuspecting prey. But the real show begins when the bird opens its bill just enough for the fish's head to poke out. In a move that would make a velociraptor proud, the shoebill suddenly clamps down and swallows its meal whole. It's a brutal yet efficient method that served this species well for millennia. Shoebill storks are only found in Africa and are critically endangered, with about 5,000 remaining. It is a prehistoric bird, and some scientists have reported that it is said to be related to dinosaurs. Despite its fearsome reputation, the shoebill has a long history of coexisting with humans. The ancient Egyptians were well acquainted with these birds, often depicting them in their artwork. Today, they can be found throughout Central Africa, from Sudan to Zambia, where they stalk the swamps with an almost regal demeanor. Number 14. Kiwi. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of one of nature's most surprising creatures, the kiwi. This pint-sized powerhouse from New Zealand is packing more surprises than a magician's hat, and trust me, you won't believe what's in store. First off, let's talk about eggs. If you thought the Easter Bunny was impressive, wait until you hear about the kiwi's egg-laying prowess. These little birds lay eggs so massively that they'd make a chicken blush. We're talking about the largest eggs of any bird species relative to body size. It's like a human giving birth to a kindergartner. Ouch. Now you might be thinking, a bird that size with such a big egg? No way. But here's where it gets even wilder. Despite being no bigger than your average backyard chicken, kiwis are actually close cousins to the towering cassowaries and emus. They're part of a group called rustites, flightless birds that seem to have a go big or go home philosophy, except the kiwi apparently didn't get the memo about size. But don't let their small stature fool you. These little guys are carrying some serious genetic street cred. Believe it or not, kiwis have T-Rex DNA flowing through their veins. That's right, these unassuming birds are distant relatives of the most fearsome predator that ever roamed the earth. And just when you think you've got the kiwi figured out, they throw another curveball. While they're flightless now, some scientists believe these birds might have originally flown to New Zealand. That's right, these earthbound birds might have once soared through the skies to reach their island home. It's like finding out your couch potato friend used to be an Olympic athlete. The kiwi is a testament to nature's sense of humor and ingenuity. From their comically large eggs to their prehistoric DNA, these birds are full of surprises. They remind us that in the natural world, appearances can be deceiving, and even the smallest creatures can have the most fascinating stories. Number 13. Saltwater crocodile. Presenting the saltwater crocodile, the living embodiment of prehistoric terror to you all, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought Jurassic Park was scary, wait until you hear about this real-life monster lurking in our waters today. Let's cut to the chase. When it comes to reptiles, the saltwater crocodile is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. We're talking about a creature that makes alligators look like overgrown lizards. These behemoths can stretch up to a jaw-dropping 20 feet long, that's longer than a pickup truck, and don't even get me started on their weight. Tipping the scales at over 2,000 pounds, these crocodiles make sumo wrestlers look like lightweights. But size isn't the only thing that makes salties a force to be reckoned with. These living fossils are considered by many experts to be the closest living relatives to dinosaurs, right after birds. And boy, do they live up to that legacy. They're not just the largest living reptiles, they're also the kings of riparian predators. For those of you scratching your heads, riparian means they rule the roost in rivers and coastal areas. Basically, if it's got water and it's not the open ocean, the saltwater croc is probably the apex predator there. But before you start having nightmares, remember this. Saltwater crocodiles are a testament to the enduring power of nature. These creatures have survived for millions of years, outlasting even the mighty dinosaurs. They're living proof that sometimes the most successful design is one that doesn't need to change much. Number 12. Ostrich. The ostrich, which isn't just any bird, we're talking about the Usain Bolt, the Shaquille O'Neal, and the Guinness World Record holder of the avian world all rolled into one feathery package. Let's start with the obvious. These birds are huge. If you are standing on your car's roof, we are talking about a creature that has the ability to look you in the eye. Male ostriches can reach a staggering 9 feet tall. That's right, these feathered giants could dunk a basketball without even jumping. But height isn't the only area where ostriches excel. These birds are speed demons on 2 legs. Clocking in at a mind-boggling 43 miles per hour, they're not just the fastest birds on land. They're the fastest 2-legged creatures on the entire planet. Now let's talk eggs. If you thought your breakfast omelet was hefty, wait until you see an ostrich egg. These ostrich eggs weigh in at around 3 pounds and measure nearly 6 inches long. That's like 24 chicken eggs in one. But here's where it gets really interesting. Remember that iconic scene in Jurassic Park where the herd of Gallimimus comes running through? Well, guess who inspired those prehistoric sprinters? That's right, our feathered friends, the ostriches. The filmmakers looked at how these modern birds move in herds to bring those extinct dinosaurs to life on the big screen. And they are right to use ostrich as a reference, because ostriches are actually living descendants of creatures that lived during the dinosaurs. Number 11. Chickens. Now you might be thinking, chickens? Really? But hold on to your drumsticks, because these birds are way more than just Colonel Sanders' favorite menu item. These descendants of the red jungle fowl are like the Swiss Army knives of the animal kingdom. They do it all. Chickens are the unsung heroes of our dinner plates. From finger-licking good fried chicken to that omelet that got you through your last hangover, these birds have been keeping humanity fed and happy for millennia. But that's just scratching the surface of their egg-cellent contributions. In the world of agriculture, chickens are like tiny, feathered farmhands. They're pest control experts, gobbling up insects that would otherwise munch on crops. And let's not forget about their, contributions to soil fertility. That's right, chicken poop is garden gold. But wait, there's more. These birds aren't just about practicality, they've got culture too. Chickens have strutted their way into myths, legends, and rituals across the globe. They're like the rock stars of the bird world, with fan clubs stretching back thousands of years. And for those of you who think science is for the birds, think again. Chickens are at the forefront of genetic and developmental research. These feathered lab assistants are helping us crack the code of life itself. Chickens are also the living descendants of theropod dinosaurs, carrying forward a legacy that stretches back millions of years. This lineage is evidenced by shared physical traits, the presence of feathers in both groups, cladistic classification, transitional fossils, and genetic similarities. But perhaps the most surprising role of the modern chicken is pet extraordinaire. That's right, more and more people are discovering that chickens make fantastic feathered friends. They've got personality, they're low maintenance, and they reward you with fresh eggs. Number 10. Turkeys. We're diving beak first into the world of one of America's most iconic birds, the turkey. These strutting, gobbling, feathered celebrities are more than just the stars of your Thanksgiving table. They're living, breathing time capsules with a history as rich as gravy and as colorful as their wattles. Turkeys aren't just one-trick ponies. From the wild turkeys roaming the forest to the ocellated turkeys showing off their psychedelic plumage, these birds come in more flavors than your local ice cream shop. Now you might think turkeys are all about the food scene, but hold on. These birds have got game in more ways than one. When it comes to courtship, male turkeys put on a show that would make Broadway jealous. We're talking elaborate displays, puffed-up feathers, and a strut that would make John Travolta green with envy. But turkeys aren't just about looks and taste. These birds have been VIPs in North American culture for centuries. Native American tribes revered these birds long before they became the centerpiece of our holiday feasts. They were seen as symbols of abundance and fertility, basically the feathered equivalent of a good luck charm. Speaking of luck, turkeys hit the jackpot when European explorers took a shine to them. Suddenly, these American natives were jet-setting across the Atlantic, becoming the toast of European dining rooms. Fast forward to today, and turkeys have gobbled their way into our hearts and stomachs as the unofficial mascot of Thanksgiving. But they're more than just once-a-year celebrities. Turkeys have strutted their way into folklore, becoming symbols of abundance, community, and that quintessential American spirit. But it's not all gravy for our feathered friends. With great popularity comes great responsibility, and conservationists are working hard to ensure wild turkeys don't go the way of the dodo. It's a delicate balance of preserving habitats and managing populations, all to make sure future generations can enjoy the sight of a wild turkey doing its thing in nature. What's surprising is that Tyrannosaurus rex, the king of the dinosaurs, and living turkeys shared a common ancestor about 190 million years ago. Number 9. Pigeons. Let's talk about the unsung heroes of the urban jungle. Pigeons. These feathered mavericks, scientifically known as rock doves, are the ultimate survivors in our concrete jungles. They're like James Dean of the bird world, rebels with a coup. Now, before you roll your eyes and mutter flying rats, hold your horses. These birds have a rap sheet that would make any Hollywood star jealous. We're talking about avian A-listers, with a history that goes back further than your great-great-grandma's secret recipe. These birds are everywhere. From the bustling streets of New York to the romantic alleys of Paris, pigeons have made themselves at home in cities worldwide. They're the ultimate globe-trotters, adapting to life in the fast lane with more style than a seasoned traveler. But here's where it gets interesting. Pigeons aren't just city slickers. These birds have been rubbing shoulders with humans for centuries. In fact, they were the original text message. Long before your smartphone, pigeons were zipping through the skies, delivering messages and saving lives. That's right, these flying rats were war heroes, carrying crucial information across enemy lines. And let's not forget their cultural street cred. Pigeons have been symbols of peace and fertility in civilizations across the globe. They're like the unofficial mascots of harmony, cooing their way into art, literature, and even religion. Pablo Picasso didn't name his daughter Paloma, Spanish for pigeon, for nothing. Now I know what you're thinking, but they poop on everything. Fair point, but let's give credit where credit's due. These birds have managed to thrive in environments that would make other species throw in the towel. They're the ultimate adapters, turning our skyscrapers into their personal Rocky Mountains. It's like they looked at evolution and said, "Challenge accepted." But it's not all smooth sailing for our feathered friends. While city pigeons are living their best lives, some of their wild cousins are facing tough times. Conservationists are working hard to protect these species, recognizing that pigeons play important roles in ecosystems worldwide. These birds are living dinosaurs, urban survivors, and unsung heroes, all rolled into one compact, feathery package. They've been through wars, crossed oceans, and adapted to our crazy human world with more grace than most of us manage on a Monday morning. In the grand story of evolution, pigeons have not just survived, they've thrived. They've gone from cliff dwellers to city slickers, from message carriers to peace symbols. So maybe, just maybe, it's time we stopped shooing them away and started appreciating these feathered philosophers of the urban jungle. Number 8. Eagles. Prepare to soar with the royalty of the skies, the magnificent eagles. These aren't just your average feathered friends. We're talking about the superheroes of the bird world, complete with laser-focused vision and talons that would make Wolverine jealous. Let's start with the basics. The eagles are the heavyweight champions of the Accipitridae family. These birds come in various flavors, from the sea-loving bald eagle to the mountain-dwelling golden eagle. But no matter the species, one thing's for sure. When an eagle's in town, every other creature is looking over its shoulder. Eagles don't need X-ray vision when they've got eyesight 8 times sharper than yours. They can spot a rabbit from 2 miles away. It's like they've got built-in binoculars. And those talons, they're not just for show. These natural daggers can exert pressure up to 10 times stronger than the human hand. But eagles aren't all about the hunt. They're also hopeless romantics. Once they find their mate, it's till death do us part. These lovebirds build nests that would make real estate agents drool. We're talking structures that can weigh up to a ton and be used for generations. It's like the bird version of passing down the family mansion. Now let's swoop down to cultural significance. Eagles aren't just birds, they're flying symbols of power, freedom, and awesomeness. They've been starring in myths and legends since humans first looked up and thought, wow, that bird means business. And let's not forget about our very own bald eagle, the feathered face of American pride. It's on everything from quarters to presidential seals. But it hasn't always been smooth sailing for our feathered friends. Eagles have faced their fair share of challenges, from habitat loss to pollution. The good news? Humans finally got their act together and started some serious conservation efforts. It's like we collectively realized, hey, maybe we should keep these awesome birds around. And guess what? It's working. Eagle populations are soaring back. Actually, it has been determined that scientifically eagles are dinosaurs, albeit one particular branch that just happened to survive the mass extinction of about 65 million years ago while all other dinosaurs went extinct. Number 7. Hawks. Await your introduction to hawks, the soaring ninjas of the bird kingdom. These are the special ops of the avian kingdom, not your typical backyard tweeters. With over 270 species in their ranks, hawks are the ultimate squad goals of the Accipitridae family. Hawks are like the Swiss Army knives of the sky, adaptable, versatile, and always ready for action. Whether they're zooming through forests, cruising over deserts, or playing king of the mountain, these birds have mastered the art of working smarter, not harder. Now about those hunting skills, oh boy, where do we start? Hawks are basically nature's fighter jets. Some prefer the stealth approach, perching silently before ambushing their prey faster than you can say mouse kebab. Others are more like skydivers, soaring high and then diving at speeds that would make your head spin. It's like they've got built-in GPS and turbo boosters. But it's not just about the hunt. Hawks have been turning heads. Literally, they can rotate their necks 180 degrees in human cultures for centuries. In Native American traditions, these birds are like the wise elders of the sky, symbolizing intelligence and foresight. It's like having a feathered Yoda circling overhead. Speaking of impressive features, let's talk eyes. Hawks don't need binoculars or zoom lenses. Their vision is so sharp that they could probably read your text messages from a mile away. Okay, maybe not, but you get the idea. It's like they're sporting the latest in high-def, ultra-zoom eyeball technology. Now, you might think being this awesome means hawks have it easy, but even superheroes face challenges. Habitat loss and human activity have been giving these birds a run for their money. But here's the good news. We humans are finally stepping up our game. Conservation efforts are in full swing, and hawks are getting some much-needed backup. From habitat protection to population monitoring, it's like we're running a witness protection program for these feathered celebrities. And guess what? It's working. Hawks are proving they're not just survivors, they're thrivers. We are aware that all birds share a common ancestor with T-Rex, Velociraptor, and other dinosaurs. Hawks are also related to these animals. Number 6. Owls. We are here to discuss owls in the nocturnal wonderland that is the bird world. These feathered creatures are the stuff of legends, myths, and Harry Potter fan clubs. But trust me, they're way cooler than any fictional character could ever be. Owls are like the special forces of the avian realm, silent, deadly, and equipped with some seriously high-tech gear. First off, let's talk about those eyes. Owls don't just have good eyesight, they've got superhero-level night vision. Their eyes are so big that if our eyes were proportionally the same size, they'd be as big as grapefruits. Imagine walking around with that on your face. But the real kicker? Those iconic head turns. Owls can rotate their heads up to 270 degrees. That's right, they can practically see behind their own backs without moving a feather. It's like having a built-in surveillance system. No wonder they always look so wise. They've literally got eyes in the back of their heads. Now let's talk stealth mode. Owls are the ninjas of the sky, thanks to their specially designed feathers. They've got serrated edges that break up the airflow, making their flight practically silent. It's like they've got nature's own stealth technology. Your cat might think it's sneaky, but it's got nothing on these guys. But owls aren't just about the hunt. They've been capturing human imagination for centuries. In ancient Greece, they were associated with Athena, the goddess of wisdom. In some Native American cultures, they're seen as messengers from the spirit world, and let's not forget their starring roles in countless children's books and movies. These birds have gotten more PR than most celebrities. However, it's not all smooth sailing in Owltown. Like many of our feathered friends, owls face challenges from habitat loss and human activity. But here's where it gets inspiring. Conservationists around the world are working tirelessly to protect these nocturnal marvels. From setting up nesting boxes to preserving old-growth forests, it's like we're running an owl witness protection program. So the next time you hear a hoot in the night, remember, you're listening to a living legend. Owls aren't just birds, they're time travelers from the age of dinosaurs, adapted perfectly for life in our modern world. They're the ultimate combination of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge natural technology. Owls are indeed related to dinosaurs. Birds, including owls, are considered direct descendants of dinosaurs, specifically theropod dinosaurs. This relationship is supported by various lines of evidence from paleontology, genetics, and developmental biology. In a world that never seems to slow down, owls remind us of the magic that happens when the sun goes down and the moon comes up. They're nature's own superheroes, patrolling the night skies and keeping the balance of their ecosystems. So here's to the owls. May they continue to fascinate, inspire, and occasionally freak us out with their incredible head-turning abilities for generations to come. Number 5. Penguins. Get ready to explore the fascinating realm of penguins, the rock stars of the southern hemisphere dressed in tuxedos. These flightless wonders are living proof that you don't need wings to be cool. In fact, they've taken the whole birds of a feather thing and turned it into an underwater ballet. Penguins are the ultimate party animals of the polar regions. With 18 different species ranging from the pint-sized little blue penguin to the towering emperor penguin, standing at a whopping 4 feet, these birds have mastered the art of diversity. Now you might be thinking, but penguins can't fly. Well, who needs the skies when you've got the seas? These aquatic acrobats have turned swimming into an Olympic sport. Their streamlined bodies and flipper-like wings make them the Michael Phelps of the bird world. They can dive deeper than some submarines and swim faster than many fish. Talk about overachievers. But it's not just their swimming skills that make penguins awesome. These birds are the ultimate fashionistas of the animal kingdom. Their sleek, waterproof tuxedos aren't just for show, they're high-tech survival suits that would make James Bond jealous. And let's not forget their impeccable sense of community. Penguins are all about that colony life, huddling together in massive groups to breed, raise chicks, and probably gossip about who's got the best pebble collection. Speaking of pebbles, did you know that some penguin species use them as love tokens? That's right, forget diamond rings. In penguin world, the smoothest pebble wins the heart. It's like a beachcomber's version of The Bachelor. And let's not forget the cultural impact of these charismatic birds. From Happy Feet to March of the Penguins, these waddling wonders have captured our hearts and imaginations. They've become symbols of resilience, unity, and the importance of a good dance number in the face of adversity. Penguins are related to dinosaurs through their evolutionary lineage as birds, descending from theropod dinosaurs like other avian species. This connection is supported by fossil evidence, anatomical similarities, and genetic studies linking modern birds, including penguins, to their dinosaur ancestors. Number 4. Alligator snapping turtle. Hold on to your shells because we're about to dive into the world of the ultimate underwater tank, the alligator snapping turtle. This isn't your average backyard pond dweller. We're talking about a living fossil that looks like it wandered straight out of a Jurassic Park movie set. Meet the heavyweight champion of the turtle world, tipping the scales at up to 200 pounds and sporting a shell that looks like it could deflect bullets. These aquatic behemoths are the ninjas of the freshwater world, lurking in the murky depths of rivers and swamps across the southeastern United States. They're so good at camouflage, they make military camo look like neon signs. Now let's talk about that jaw-dropping feature. Literally, the alligator snapping turtle's mouth isn't just big, it's a force of nature. With a bite force that could put some alligators to shame, these turtles don't just eat their prey, they practically inhale it. And here's the kicker. They've got a built-in fishing lure. That's right. Their tongue looks like a worm, luring unsuspecting fish right into their waiting jaws. It's like they've got their own built-in fishing rod. But life isn't all snap and chomp for these prehistoric-looking creatures. They're facing some serious modern-day challenges. Habitat loss is like a game of aquatic musical chairs, and these turtles are struggling to find a seat. Add in some overharvesting and you've got a recipe for trouble. The good news? Conservation efforts are in full swing. Scientists and wildlife enthusiasts are working harder than a turtle trying to climb out of a slippery bank to protect these living time capsules. They're studying their habitats, tracking their movements, and probably trying to figure out how to turtle-proof certain areas. It's like CSI, Turtle Edition out there. And let's not forget the cultural significance of these shelled sensations. In some indigenous folklore, alligator snapping turtles are symbols of strength and resilience. It's like they're the underwater version of a wise old sage, if that sage could bite through a broomstick. The alligator snapping turtle isn't just a species, it's a testament to nature's ability to create creatures that are equal parts fascinating and terrifying. Alligator snapping. Due to their shared evolutionary ancestry as reptiles belonging to the order Testudines, within the larger group known as Archosauria, which also includes crocodilians and birds, reptiles, including turtles, and dinosaurs have a common ancestor. Number 3. Cassowary. In the dense emerald canopies of Australia and New Guinea's tropical rainforests lives a creature that seems straight out of prehistory. Meet the cassowary, a majestic bird adorned with a striking blue neck and head, contrasted by coarse black feathers and crowned with a peculiar casque atop its head. But this bird is more than just a relic of the past. It's a crucial player in its lush ecosystem. These avian guardians are not just about looks. They play a pivotal role in the vitality of their habitat. Their diet and behavior are finely tuned to help maintain biodiversity, making them nature's own seed dispersers. As they roam through the underbrush, the cassowaries scatter seeds far and wide, aiding in the growth of the rainforest's rich tapestry of life. Yet, despite their vital ecological role, cassowaries face significant challenges. Habitat loss threatens their very existence, while encounters with humans often lead to conflicts that endanger both parties. Conservation efforts are thus focused not only on preserving their lush rainforest homes, but also on raising awareness about their plight. Beyond their ecological importance, cassowaries hold deep cultural significance. Revered in indigenous traditions, these birds symbolize strength and a profound connection to the rainforest, a testament to their role in both nature and culture. Because they are birds belonging to the order Cassowariiformes, which also includes flightless species native to Australia and New Guinea, cassowaries share evolutionary ancestry with dinosaurs. Their direct ancestry from this genus of extinct bipedal carnivores is established by their anatomical and genetic similarities with theropod dinosaurs. As we delve into the world of these modern-day dinosaurs, it becomes clear that the cassowary is not just a survivor from the age of giants, it's a living link between our present and our planet's ancient past. Number 2. Tuatara. Deep in the rocky forested landscapes of New Zealand dwells a creature that defies time itself. Meet the tuatara, a reptilian marvel whose lineage stretches back an astonishing 200 million years. With its spiny crest and a curious third eye capable of detecting light, the tuatara is not just a survivor from a bygone era, it's a living fossil, embodying ancient evolutionary wisdom. These intriguing reptiles are masters of adaptation, preferring nocturnal hunts in their rugged habitats. They prowl the shadows, preying upon insects and small vertebrates, their ancient instincts finely tuned for survival in the modern world. Yet, despite their resilience, tuatara face significant challenges today. Habitat loss, invasive predators, and the looming threat of climate change have pushed them into vulnerable status. Conservation efforts are now crucial, focusing on safeguarding their rocky refuges and implementing breeding programs to ensure their continued existence. Beyond their ecological importance, tuatara hold deep cultural significance for the Maori people of New Zealand. Revered as guardians and symbols of resilience, they embody a connection to the land that stretches across millennia. While tuatara are not closely related to dinosaurs in the way that birds are, which directly descended from theropod dinosaurs, they share a distant common ancestry with dinosaurs as part of the broader reptilian evolutionary lineage. Number 1. Komodo dragon. In the rugged, sun-drenched landscapes of Indonesia's Lesser Sunda Islands roams a creature that commands both fear and fascination. Enter the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard species on Earth, stretching up to an imposing 3 meters in length and weighing as much as 70 kilograms. With their formidable size and predatory prowess, these ancient reptiles reign as apex predators in their domain. Komodo dragons are adept hunters, employing a mix of scavenging and ambush tactics to secure their meals in the dry savannas and forests they call home. From wild boars to small deer, these giants of the lizard world are known for their opportunistic feeding habits and efficient hunting strategies. Despite their ferocious reputation, Komodo dragons face significant threats today. Habitat loss due to human encroachment, alongside the pressures of poaching, has pushed these majestic creatures to vulnerable status. Conservation initiatives are crucial, focusing on preserving their natural habitats and implementing measures to manage human interactions, ensuring both safety and respect for these formidable reptiles. Beyond their ecological role, Komodo dragons hold cultural significance as symbols of strength and resilience. They are revered subjects of scientific study, offering valuable insights into evolutionary biology and the dynamics of apex predator ecosystems. While Komodo dragons are not direct descendants of dinosaurs, they are part of the evolutionary lineage that branched off from a common ancestor shared with dinosaurs millions of years ago. This relationship is supported by paleontological evidence and genetic studies that trace the evolutionary history of reptiles back to their archosaur ancestors. We are coming to an end here today. Thanks for watching, and for such top listing videos, subscribe to our channel.